It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store. As it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the returns. He'll get this to about the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as they bite on 23 more on that one.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back to throw now on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Seahawks at 7-3 now on the year, and they've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That one complete to Hill. He's got room to roam. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
79 Broncos. 18 Pioneers. Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown Seattle. Tyreek Hill with an amazing diving catch. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0.
Michael Dixon to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's across the 43, extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, but now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Niners first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. You talk about the Seahawks defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Throwing here, Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Get set, get set. Watch out.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Get set, get set.
Purdy looking to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Back to throw, Purdy. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Purdy's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And, you know, if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Let's go. Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Warriors 72.
They go play action here on first down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Gotta be Lions.
They'll drop the throw. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. Second catch for the day, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, put a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So we have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try to get back in this game? They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Purdy now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, and that's good enough to extend the drive.
first and 10.
Well, depending on the spot there, he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, San Francisco.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
Now Purdy. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
2nd and goal on the Seahawks' 12-yard line.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now he's going to step up and run. And he slides and covers up at the end. This is going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. A quick throw completed by Purdy. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Brown now to return it. Oh, some strong running. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Here we go, here we go.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
79 Broncos. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 14
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw here on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Second and 3. Now he'll tuck this and run. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
For a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
I just want to rap.
Second and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. Got it. 60, 3. 19 Lions. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. Quick slant to Otten. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Cade Otten in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Myers counts on the PAT. And it's now 21-7.
49-7. Michael Dixon to kick off.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And running with power here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
32-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Final play of the half. Purdy airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slip becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. That's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 33, here's second down and 7. Purdy. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Get set, get set.
Play action. Now Purdy. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Mike Evans, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. Perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Touchdown. Here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Come on.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Go! Bronco 80. Go!
There's a short one taken in by Otten.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Ready,
And
ready.
they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Set. Bronco switch. No. No. Ready,
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. He tried to do it himself, but couldn't find his way to the marker. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him on it.
Get set. Get set. 18.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. I mean, you actually do. That may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. 2nd and 6.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to take it down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter.
Ready, set.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready, ready.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
The score is Seahawks 28, 49ers 14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Only a short game there, but that's okay if you're the offense. They brought a lot of pressure at him, and he uses athleticism to at least get back to the line and make second down a lot shorter than he was looking for a moment.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle.
Here we go. Strike. Let go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On play action, they'll throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Get it. Cowboys.
Hampton will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Now, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 6 yards. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now. I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout. And all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
18! Go get him! Go get him!
Out of the gun, Purdy. And drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
1st down goal at the 5-yard line.
Purdy with one final shot here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So the victory here for Seattle. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
Man, I got this right. My head up to my bed. You know I'm poppin' tag. But man, I got this swag. Man, I got this swag. My head up to my bed. You know I'm poppin' tag. But man, I got this swag when I surf. Now I be surfing swag. I'm on hypnotic. Exotic polo on my body. Got a bad girl beside me. And a friend right behind me. And I'm swag. I'm surf. I'm swag. I'm surf. I'm swag. I'm surf. I'm clean like this detergent. No, by the zone. Yeah, strong. And you know I'm on 'cause I'm swag. I'm surf. I'm swag. I'm surf. I'm swag. I'm surf. I'm clean like this. Okay, I fall off in the club with a pocket full of bags. Big stupid friends like a
you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just... I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a that's bringing me down. I went to a... He said my life's a bore. So quit my white cause it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Grasping to control, so I better hold on. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid?
Just across I-25 from downtown Denver, the usual 76,000 fans have made their way to Phillips Power Field at Mile High, the home of the Broncos. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Off we go from Denver. Whoa. Good coverage by the kicking team. Out of bounds, shy of the 20.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, set. 319, gonna set. EQ!
Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive.
Here we go. 19 seconds. 11, 11, 11. Go.
Fields. Oh, man, open downfield is Thornton. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw is Fields. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
It is 3rd and long.
Here we go, son. 319, back to that. Stay.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here's Baker to begin with a pass. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they set up 1st and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he's in. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Denver. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the 5. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. A first down throw for Fields. That is taken in left side by 40. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Bills first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Bills.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. First down. Fields. On the run to the right. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Bills first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
We're going to get this outside. This could be a double pass. Second and 10.
Easy. Crack low, 80. Eat you. Hey, Ken.
The tight end, Kincaid, in motion. Second down. It's Fields. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it's going to be third down.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
Here we go. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And that is incomplete. Tyson Campbell that time, able to knock it away.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Bates kick is good. And the Bills are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On play action, Mayfield. This one to the tight end, Trotman. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. That's the linebacker, Nick Bonito. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's third and long.
Yep. 180. Hey, alert. Kings. Run. What's up?
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. Lamar is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he is going to have a Broncos first down as this defense can't come up with the play they needed. They surrender a gain of 17 on fourth down.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on fourth down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
Big throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one.
36-yard line.
One quarter in the books in round one of these AFC playoffs. 7-3 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. He's got space inside the 25. And he'll take this one in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Broncos. McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Broncos extend their advantage to 14-3. TD on is McPherson to kick this one away. Ray going to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The tight end Kincaid in motion. On 1st and 10, Fields. The short throw caught by Kincaid. To the 20. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 76 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision turned it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. Remember now, with the amended rule, onside kicks are now legal outside the 4th quarter, and they get to try it from the 34-yard line. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That's a big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch him by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 9.
Good. 180.
Once again, it's Gibbs. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he'll be taken down. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Denver 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Leonard McConkey. Down Denver.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
What's that?
Throwing is Mayfield. He'll swing that out wide. And he will get into the end zone and put the lead up by 2 more. TD on is McPherson to kick this one away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. Play action now for Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one. And down he goes.
A loss of 12 yards. It's 2nd down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Don't jump. Ready?
Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. He's trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it'll be 3rd down. Gray brought in motion. Fields from the gun on 3rd down. And he did all he could, but he's going to be forced out at the line of scrimmage, well short of a 1st down.
A little indecision by the quarterback there, Mike. Do I buy time and throw it downfield, or do I tuck it and become a runner? That's what he's thinking. I think he made the final call a little bit too late, and all he could do was get back to the original line of scrimmage.
That's incomplete. Darian Carr, 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now Gibbs. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. Third and a long way to go.
Real. 20. Hey, alert. Kings. Watch out.
Here's Mayfield. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
180. What's that?
Now there's a throw out wide. Hey, this might be a double pass. That's going to be caught. And he's going to be brought down, but the double pass works to perfection. What a play on 4th and long. 31 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Flush to his right, and he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. Takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Now this is going to be a design run. They'll let him keep it. He will do it himself. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Broncos. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. On is McPherson for the extra point. Maybe a wrench thrown in the operation there. Snap wasn't great. Kick is pulled. It is no good. Time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Ray going to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
Here we go, son. Green 19, guys, what? One strike.
Fields now to throw on 1st down. He's going to look for the home run ball. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength. To do it. He has the arm. Just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Mayfield. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Set. 180. Alert, 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 alert.
Baker to throw. He'll look deep, left sideline. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted.
I'm a big fan, Mike, of quarterbacks willing to take chances. I don't want my guys sitting there scared to throw the ball downfield. But as always, it does come with a little bit of balance. He tried to get that one all in one throw and just doesn't get quite enough pace on it, and it ends up going the other way.
Hey, here we go. 319, just touch. Hey, 10.
Fields to throw. He's going to try it here again. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
180!
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Left side, catch made by McConkey. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. 35 yards.
You just don't see speed at the tight end position like this guy, Mike. I mean, to catch an underneath ball and have the ability to turn into a runner, that's something we traditionally see from wide receivers and running backs, but this guy's as fast as anybody in the league.
Hey, alert 30. Regular. What's that?
A short one into the hands of Troutman. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Good. 180! Good.
From the gun, here's Gibbs. And he's got another one. Jameer Gibbs. Touchdown, Denver. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. McPherson, good on the extra point. Broncos will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Bills 9. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line.
Here we go. 222.
Fields now. A throw on the move is caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Easy. Hey, 551. Hey, can. Go.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
So here in the 2nd half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL.
And the rush is going to get there. He goes down. They were taking a risk going for it from their own territory. It does not pay off. And it's a turnover on down. Good blocking to the 15. And he will score again. Jameer Gibbs. Touchdown Broncos. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Broncos add on to their already sizable lead.
Bills 9. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Pistol snap back to Fields. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quentin Lake. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Mike, we're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
And now you get the pick 6, and right on the heels of that, the offense comes out to go for 2. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35.
Here we go, son. 19 instruction.
Motion man is Harris. From the shotgun. In trouble, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive.
Here we go, son. 10. 319, good.
Man in motion, heading left. Now a second down throw for Fields. He's going to let this one go deep. That is hard. And he will take this one in. "74 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo."
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can, I'm going to throw it. As far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Two-point try coming up. Fields has the offense set.
The Bills are lining up for a two-point
331,
conversion.
331.
Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top. So again, they will try for two. This time, it comes from the 7-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready? 319. Get that. Alpha, 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 alpha.
The tight end, Kincaid, in motion.
Right.
They go play action with Fields. That's pulled in. And they're able to tag on the two-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy is better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That's a risky call here, but I understand what they're thinking. You find yourself down in the third quarter. How do we steal some possessions? How do we get the ball back to our offense to cut into this deficit? But now in return, it's your defense that now has the tough task.
What's that?
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
On second down, Baker. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. And this drive is over before it can start. It's thrown up to force fourth down.
A loss of 5. 4th down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Pistol, pistol, pistol. Regular, regular, regular. Attack!
They'll go. Mayfield. He'll air it out down the middle. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
Here we go. Nice instruction.
Off the play action, here's Fields. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
6 yards. And the Bills, 1st down. 1st and goal.
They'll run with Simpson. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Fields now on 2nd down. Rolling right. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. And that is their final timeout of the 2nd half. And of note, that means they will not be able to challenge the rest of the game.
Don't stop. Ready?
In motion, it's Waddle.
Go.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He pulls it in around the 5. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
The charisma escape me when you're gone. The paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a piece of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now. But I can book you either pink or brown.
No reason not to go for it at this point. They will on 4th and goal. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
What's up?
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He's to the 35. Jahmyr Gibbs. Inside the 10. And he will dive into the end zone. 95 yards. Touchdown, Denver. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the 2nd half. So it's a high 5 for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game. He draws ever near to the NFL record of 6. McPherson good on the extra point. The Broncos stretch things out even further.
Bills 17. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Gray going to return it. And across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
222.
First down. Fields. Off balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for Bills. First down.
You got a mini base.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Hey, Ken.
On first and 10, Fields. That's going to be incomplete. Very stout. That's going to bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
319, that's right.
Gray brought in motion. Second down. It's Fields. Pass is caught by Gray, right side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
It's third and 4.
Here we go. 319, that's right. Out, let's go. Hey, Ken. Right.
Fields going for it all. That's caught. And he will score. Dante Thornton. Touchdown, Bills. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Here we go.
Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
What's that?
They hand it to Gibbs. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Patrick Queen on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 47-yard line.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
Good. 180. What's that?
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. Big opening up the middle. A long one from Gibbs. Pick up of 46 yards.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with 1st and goal.
Good. 180.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Here's Gibbs.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. They are moving on in these playoffs. They win here at home as the number 2 seed. That means right back here next weekend as they'll host a game in the divisional round.